Yesterday, CD Projekt Red posted some new job listings for Orion, and through them we can see some small new insights into what they're doing for the Cyberpunk sequel. First, Orion looks like it's going to be in first person again. I know for a lot of people this isn't really a huge surprise, and for me it's not really either, but it had become a debated topic. And while a lot of people haven't played the game for this reason, and admittedly it's part of why I held off for playing for so long, even still, I think first person for Cyberpunk is the right way to go. The experiences of scanning with your cyberware and using your deck abilities in combat, to experiencing the net, those things really can't be done in the same immersive way as first person can do. V's journey in first person also makes sense with Johnny. And while I don't think we'll have another rocker boy in our head in Orion, it doesn't change the experience of scanning, combat, the net, hacking, and being hacked. These are unique to Cyberpunk and the world, and I'm glad they're not moving to third person. Not that I really expected them to anyways. And I've seen people say that they want more third person, and I do too, but I don't really know how they'd implement that. If you're just walking around as V, for example, I'm always scanning or in active combat. I can't see the game switching so often between third person and first person, just walking around, alternating between scanning, combat, walking, scanning, combat, aiming, walking. It sounds jarring, flip-flopping between the two perspectives. I do hope there's more opportunities to see Orion's protagonist, because getting to install all the unique and cool cyberware and buy all of the clothing to play dress up, but then not being able to see any of it except for a few scenes in the game is disappointing. So I do hope that they can balance it a little bit better, but regardless, I am still glad that it's first person again. And I do know that there's some people who haven't played Cyberpunk because first person makes them sick. And I experienced that with Outer Worlds, but I haven't experienced that with Cyberpunk. Maybe for Orion though, they can do a little bit of extra work, adding some accessibility options for people who do experience that. Next, there's also another job listing that says they're aiming to create the most realistic and reactive crowd system in any game to date. So two things with this. First, this sounds like Night City to me. I really don't see Cyberpunk leaving Night City, and Night City already has extremely packed crowds at maximum density. So maybe they're just working on improving upon that. Japan is really the only place relevant to 2077's story that I could maybe see the game going, and Japan is known to have dense crowds. But still, I feel like this is really referring to the Night City crowds. I spoke in my last video about wanting to go to the moon and the Crystal Palace, but both of those places are extremely expensive to go to, so I don't see either of them having packed crowds. Second, with this, it sounds like they're really trying to create more reactivity, which of course is a good thing. 2077's crowds are pretty good already though. Walking through the streets, you can talk to a lot of NPCs, even if it is just one-liners. You can run into everyone and piss them off. And you can even be told to fuck off by children. It's pretty good already, so I can't wait to see how much further they're going to push it. And that's really it. I think any substantial news about Orion is pretty far away. It's still a ways out and they're hiring for some pretty big roles still. Witcher 4 is their main focus right now, and I imagine it will be until it releases. So Orion news is probably a few years out. But let me know what you think about Orion being in first person. Are you surprised? Did you want third person? And how would you balance seeing your character more? And what aspects do you think that first person needs to add some more immersion? Let me know in the comments, because this is a really interesting topic in the Cyberpunk community, and it's pretty debated. In the meantime, if you're interested in my Orion theories and speculations, I just posted a video yesterday about it. I will be covering Cyberpunk lore and Orion news and speculation going forward. So subscribe, like, comment, all those things if you're interested in more. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my channel members and my Patreon members. Thank you guys so much for your support, and see you next time.